We've got the 20 win challenge, and everyone's wondering what the best deck is. But on average, it doesn't matter what deck you're running. Because if you think about it, every time there's 3 winners, there's going to be 3 losers. It's a zero-sum game. Only 1 in 16,000 entrants hit 20 wins. That is for every million people that enter this challenge. Only 60 of them will hit 20 wins. It's not a probability thing. Morten can get it consistently. And that's why he's number 2 in the world. I mean that in a good way. I'm like bottom 2. Warcraft Rumble, the sponsor of today's video. It's finally global. It's a mobile action strategy game. There's over 65 minis to collect. With all of these different leaders from all different families, you have Beast, Blackrock, Alliance, and also Jaina Proudmoore's in here. That's so cool. Undead and Horde. What's cool about all of these is you have all these different abilities they can unlock that gives you more depth of strategy. Even basic units like skeletons, you can equip Taunt. There's just so much synergy to craft. I've got a Kobold that's going to mine for there. And then I'm going to have a Dark Miner, which by the way is unbound, so I can place them outside of the proximity of things. I'm gonna be annoying and do a Rocket Girl right on the troll. You know what? I'm just gonna cheese and unbound them. I'm pretty sure we got it. My skeletons just wiped them. I don't even need to defend. That was PvP. And that was with my favorite leader, Maeve, because her cost goes down each time you play an unbound unit. You can upgrade them and everything. They've also got a really cool upgrading system. I like that new ability. I'm going to equip that one instead. You've got PvE campaigns too, and they really help with progression. There's some really unique strategies that you have to devise just to beat some of these campaigns. They're like really cool puzzles. The maps all have unique elements too. This one has a gold vein. You got the switch. You can switch sides. Chef Audrey delivers meat to everyone. Oh, I do like meat. You can kind of take over the other buildings too. So it's like lots of micro and macro. Oh, we're going to put down Maeve with her new talent. That's ridiculous. You've got dungeons to explore, and we got raids. I saw a sneak peek of that. It's like 2v2 campaign. It's so cool. It's just such a diverse game. It's easy to learn, but it's hard to master. Thanks again to Blizzard for sponsoring this entire video. This game's finally available. Highly recommend you checking it out. Link below. If you check out Royale API, there's all these win rates with 62%, 61%. All these wacky numbers, but you want to look at the challenge winners on this website. These are the ones that actually hit 20 wins with all of Elixir Pump, Bridge Spam. What? There's a lot of graveyard going on right now. Even the losers of these decks, they went 19 wins. There's a lot of miner control. Panda Medic shared their deck. Oh, look at all those badge flexes. And it's a miner poison deck. It's just slow chip. Poison takes care of the Little Prince. That's really important for miner chip. Another thing to look out for is a King Tower activation from the Tornado, because that's going to be infinitely harder with the miner after that. Still going in for the poison chip onto the bowler. They can really defend this with the bomb tower and roll delivery. Just like that, the Electro Giant barely gets a single hit. They're chipping them down with poison real good. Miner goes in. Archers don't fully defend that. They get a couple hits. It's such an annoying deck. The crazy thing about this, Little Prince himself is enough to counter an Electro Giant. Poison on the Little Prince. Log stops the Electro Giant from connecting too far. His opponent has Evo Archers at this point against Evo Knight. That's so funny that he cycled back to Knight. Little Prince locks on the bowler. With Evo Knight kind of tanking. He's got the miner in the back. Evo Archers, that's the key to this Electro Giant deck. It's dealing a lot of damage. It connects. This is really frustrating for miner poison. You only deal a little bit damage and you lose one connection. And everything just goes downhill from there. Roll delivery can... miner poison played perfectly is really good. But that's the thing. I can't play perfectly for an hour straight over a period of 20 wins. It's such a tight game right now. 45 seconds left on the clock. It's triple elixir. The Electro Giant has a lot to go off, but he can cycle back to... Oh my god. It's a lightning cycle away. But he's got miner and he has poison right now. Waiting for the roll delivery to tank for that. That's a king activation. 25 seconds left. Lightning deals 317. It's not enough. Poison is the victory. And that was a really tight game. I hate miner poison, but I love it at the same time. It's what I used to get my 20 wins back in the day. UA Neo shared a deck. Really interesting. They claim that it might be the only person that's used E-Golem in this challenge so far. That's just wild. I hate when no one plays anything. All right, 135 plays Hog Rider. Gets a perfect King Tower activation. Oh my god. And the Firecracker gets arrowed. The worst. Knight in the back. No point using Fireball on that. Little Prince, just a little staggered, so it's impervious to the ability. There's the ability activation. Fireball and the Firecracker. Electro Dragon goes down from the lightning. That's a really good tornado because it positioned the bowler to hit splash onto the tower. But this is wild. Going in for an Elixir Golem in the other lane. Hog Rider didn't get any hits. He has an Evo Knight in rotation right now. There's no shot. What? Those are really solid arrows there. Little Prince's ability activates. How? They just fed them 4 Elixir Golems. How are they still in the lead? This is ridiculous. Oh, it's the tornado. That's what it is. Evo Firecracker. They had to use Fireball there. That was a really good Fireball. Double Elixir Golem. I think this is it. If they defend this, then it's over. If they don't, no. That's overwhelming right there. Double Elixir Golem. That's an insane deck. Rubik's is on the top. These are freaking top 100 ladder players. You got Hog Cycle versus the classic Electro Giant. Really, it's just Little Prince decks. If you're not playing Little Prince with an evolution, you're playing it wrong. It's absurd. Electro Giant goes in, but Little Prince can stop the Electro Giant. It's ridiculous. All that just stopped completely. Fisherman takes out the Little Prince. That's the first time I've seen that hook. Rubik's there has the Evo Archers. That's a really good tornado. It takes out the Evo Archers right off the bat.
What up? Future king over here.
Knight completely stops everything. It's not even double elixir yet, and none of the players have connected. Hog Rider gets 1 hit. Now it's overtime. Rubik's has to address the Evo Archers coming up next. That's a really solid Fireball. Looks like he went lightning on just that 1 Evo Archer. If he defends the Hog Rider, it's gonna be pretty solid. That's the first King Tower activation we've seen all day. This is ridiculous. It's such a stalemate. There's an Electro Giant in the back. That's the first tombstone for today. Bowler stops the Hog Rider for the most part. It only got 1 hit, especially with that King Tower activation. Electro Giant, Tornado. That might be it. That Electro Giant connected for a lot of value. Those Evo Archers deal way too much damage. Completely stopped. The tombstone completely blocked that. 15 seconds left on the clock. Electro Giant connects on the tower. They're going for the right side. That's a desperation push. He repositioned his tombstone so that it can get spell value either. Oh, man. Winning by Electro Giant, slightly connecting sometimes. We got Smurf Blade with his 20 win game. Smurf Blade is playing the classic bridge spam. This is a great case of stick to a deck you're really good at. I mean, Battle Ram already connects. There's no shot. P.E.K.K.A already connects. Electro Wizard completely counters that Sparky. That Sparky was all the hopes and dreams. Goblin Giant, they almost traded towers, but they didn't. In this day and age for bridge spam, hey, Smurf Blade is really good with it, and it's a comfort zone. It also makes me think I should just play Graveyard, just because I'm so much more comfortable with Graveyard. Solid zap. I mean, he has Electro Wizard if he really wants to stop it. Oh, that's a really good Goblin Giant. It stopped the Ghost. But Little Princess stops everything. There's no way. They tower traded in the beginning. He just perfectly defends everything. Electro's Wizard completely stops that. There's no way. How? What? JC only had Rage and Tornado. Chris Bell running a really off-meta Evil Bats. How did both these players get to 19 wins with Evil Recruits and Evil Bats? That's crazy. Oh, that Barbarian barrel value. And he gets a hit on the tower. At this point, he has to defend against Evil Recruits. Take it a little easy. He made sure not to arrow the Recruit shield. Just to get the Goblin Gang. That's so interesting to me. I think the great part about this deck is that he has to save the Lumberjack for the right moments. Oh. The wall breaker's connected, so he's down just slightly at this moment. But he has Evil Bats. He has arrows. But he didn't use arrows on there. Okay, he's down a little bit. But he's rushing with the Goblin Giant immediately. Connects on the tower. Little Prince takes out all the recruits. They're back in. It's pretty even. But 1 minute left in the game. Oh, geez. Okay, it's triple elixir now with 60 seconds left. He's got Evil Bats. Oh! The Fireball and the Rage took out the Little Prince. Little Prince gets 3 hits on the tower. Arrows on the Firecracker and lowered that down. Evolution Bats. They're going to survive that barrel pop. What a weird off-meta deck. Chris Bell's insane with these. Arrows on the Firecracker. Cycle to the Fireball. And there we have it. Wow. Another 20 win in the bag. And then the last replay we have, rhat123. I guess he has a YouTube channel too. Golem, Minion, Barbarian, Triple Musketeer. This deck makes no sense to me. He has a 5.3 elixir deck. He just defended that with Skarmy. That's insane. Is 3 Musketeer going to block that? Oh my god. 9 elixir to defend against 5. This is such an expensive deck. This is insane to me. But the Musketeers, they connect. He's not pumping up yet. There we go. There's the pump. That's the pump for double time. Evil Barbarians and Minions to defend this. Not Minions, Minion Horde to defend this. He has Skarmy for that if he doesn't predict the arrows. Nice. Anti-arrow prediction placement. He predicted his prediction. This might be the time where he pumps up again. Holy crap. Golem 3 Musketeer. What the heck? Look at that rear Little Prince placement. It's impervious to all these other things. Skarmy into the right side. Evil Barbarians on the left with Little Prince. What? He just took out 2 towers. These are all 21 games. That's insane. Some of these are so close, but that was the most ridiculous one yet. This guy knew the card rotations perfectly. rhat takes a special player to know how to play that deck. I don't think any of y'all that play that deck are going to do well with it.